And we're live. How you doing, everybody?
Here he goes.
Here we go. All right, I'm ready to go now. I got my apple juice. I got my apple juice. I got my iPhone. I got my man. I got my gloves.
Mike had some pop rocks hidden.
Right,
okay, I'm ready to go, folks. We're going to go.
Folks. Mike has an identity problem. He doesn't know if he's the Joker or the Mask.
There we go. There we go. We even got was it the Marvel theme there? There we go.
Oh, there you go. It's gonna get a copyright strike.
Please strike this bad boy down. I don't care anymore.
What song was that?
Okay, I can't see.
What song was that I was hearing? 25 or 64?
No. That's from Infinity Wars, the opening scene.
Okay.
When they
you really getting copyright struck now.
You know what? Bring it, brother. Just bring it. I'm here. I'm I'm already pegged. I'm already nailed. I got, forget it. I'm done. I'm toast. Let's do it. Hey, everybody.
For those who are wondering why all those records are flipping by and back of me, I decided to put up as many as I could find the records of all the songs I've sung and played in bands.
You actually own these records too? You took like snapshots?
Oh yeah. No. I actually just went out and found the pictures. But yes, I have all these. If you sing stuff in a band, you got to get the record to learn the lyrics.
Yeah.
At least in the old days you had to. Nowadays you don't have to. But I've got about 40 different ones on there, and that's not even 1/3 of all the songs I've sung in bands over the years and played in bands. Yeah. Just trying to be me.
Yeah, no, that's I said in the beginning when we first got that's pretty good background. I like that. That's nice. So hey, how's everybody doing? How's everybody's week? Well, yeah, I want to keep on hearing Jerome talking about his meeting goals. My man is killing it. With the weight loss there.
Yeah,
he's meeting and exceeding his goals. Me.
I'm down 70 something pounds right now. So
nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, pretty happy about it. Thank you for shouting me out too on Twitter with that. That's it's something I don't really share often. So
that guy is Unlock Custom Droid. Mm-hmm. I think he had a YouTube channel. I don't know if he still does it or not, but apparently as soon as I saw the fasting, I'm like going, oh, I know the guy. I know a guy.
Jerome has a train because I'm in the doctor's office yesterday and a lady's husband is doing it, and she said she wasn't so successful. I immediately gave her Jerome's channel.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Well, thank you guys. Thank you for
Jerome,
that.
you got 175 subs already.
I do on there. I am gaining more subs on that channel than my own channel.
That is your own channel. It's one of your own channels.
You're gaining more subs on that channel than the other channel.
Well, I'm going negative on my other channel. That's why.
Maybe they're all coming over to fasting. Finally fasting.
Maybe. Who knows?
Maybe they gave up on Google. You know what I mean?
Wait till January. Your channel's really going to explode, and everybody was like, "Oh, new year, new me."
Oh, yeah.
Everybody stuffs themselves. That's true.
Oh God. But yeah, no, hopefully everyone else is doing good. I feel like I haven't really talked to you guys much. I've been pretty busy.
Gained. I'm still the same.
Well, that's good, but why are you not losing?
I've been slacking.
And you're still the same.
I'll give him an excuse. Our good friend Will here, he works in a facility where he's a frontline worker. So, there might be a little bit of stress eating going on too once in a while.
Not even stress eating, just
eating.
Will, I'm trying to cover your butt. Will,
I'm on the scale.
Go with it, Will.
I'm like, I'm not gaining. This is good. So
your mom is using her new tablet, Mike.
Well, I didn't get her. Well, we'll start off with that tonight. First off, mom had a problem with her tablet, so luckily it was still under warranty. So T-Mobile, shout out to T-Mobile. They came through. No fuss, no problems, no $20 servicing fee or some stupid whatever. $20 to get mom another tablet, and she's back in business, and life is good.
Very good.
Yeah.
What kind of tablet is it?
It's a Samsung Galaxy Tab A. It's the inexpensive one. It gets her to play word cross or whatever, Scrabble and all.
That's all that matters.
And then the biggest aggravation was the camera stopped working. The camera would turn on. You could see the little button, to take a picture, and then it would go off. And yeah, there is an issue with it, and I read up on it, and they were, well, you could do this, you could do that. I said, oh, screw this, man. I'm still making. I still got to. No, no. No. It's still under warranty. I'm calling them up, and they were good. They were good. They were,
Good.
yeah. I will say that with all what's going on, some things I've called for different. I'll tell you another story in a minute here, but some places you call and you're a hold forever. A few rings, the usual chit chat, and then all of a sudden I had a real person. So I will say the service was prompt. They said it would be here on Wednesday. It showed up on Tuesday. So
nice.
Yeah. So
George, I called in a favor, Mike. Make sure you got it quick.
George, is that a gaming chair that you're on?
Yeah, George.
Wow, look at this guy. His gaming chair.
I put it together.
I thought that was PewDiePie there.
Together last Friday about an hour before the stream.
Really?
Yep.
Nice.
I got a new chair. I've got a new camera. I've got.
You have that fancy chair. I am sitting on a $4 IKEA stool. That's how I. That's how I edit my videos. That's how I sit on this. I know
your back hurts.
I waited about 2 years to get a chair. I wanted it for a long time.
Yeah, I like it. It looks good. It looks good.
Here we go. Ellie J. Hey everyone, good to see you again. Yes, Ellie J. If I'm correct, is that Eleanor J?
No.
From Eleanor. No.
Eleanor J. Eleanor Jones, you mean?
Jones, yeah.
Oh, is that her?
Maybe. I don't know.
Ellie J.
Ellie, let us know, please. Okay. So and Will, what's up with he can't share links? I thought you could put somebody could put a link.
They can't post them. I posted the link to both of the channels. I posted Jerome's in there, and
I did. I mean, they can't do it, but
they can't. I don't think they can post them.
Huh? That's weird.
I think it's so people don't spam.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I think only the mods can do it.
It is.
Okay.
I don't know. It's been a long time.
Yeah. Good to see you back. Yeah, we're still plugging along here.
It's been a long time. Now I'm coming back home. Okay. I've got Beatles running around.
All right, Mike, let's get the stories going.
Let's see here. That was good. So let me see here. Let me see if I can do this on my own. We're going to
Gary, Eleanor, Mom. Nigel was here. Six was here too.
Yeah, Six was here. My man Six is going crazy.
Munchie just came in.
Munchie, hey, how you doing? Six is going nuts because all the Star Wars stuff that's starting to show up on Disney Plus.
Cool.
That there's a new show with them called Galleries. And it's really neat. It's sitting down with the directors of The Mandalorian and talking about their time with Lucasfilms, and it's, if you're a Star Wars kind of person like Six and me, it's really good. It's really cool.
Hey, Mike, real quick.
I've never watched one of them.
Yeah, I've never watched Star Wars. Mike, real quick, did you send me the show notes?
Yes, to both addresses.
Check Google Keep.
Oh, Google. God, I always.
You always get Google Docs or something.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. We're
okay. First story up with you whenever you're ready.
You got the first one up. Okay. Yeah. Go ahead. Hit me on.
Okay, I got him here.
Go ahead, George. Do it, George.
I got it shared already. You have to release it.
Oh, after it is. Okay. I'm. Hey. All right. Oh, wait a minute. No.
You're right.
What's first, Roku or?
No, I thought the Roku one was the first one.
Yeah, that's what I have here as the first.
Yeah.
one.
Oh, sorry. Wait. Let me go switch.
True.
No, see, I had that one as the first one there.
He's changing things up on me.
I don't have a Roku store.
Okay.
Oh wait, I see. No,
there you go.
The screen was not moving. There it goes. Okay, is that you?
Here, let me.
Okay, you should have it now. Should be up there now. Okay, there it is.
It's shown the last one again.
It should be showing some counterfeit Roku boxes.
Huh? I didn't see this story.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot I read that story myself. All right, so I'm trying to open that link. No, it's still pulled up the same one. I don't know why it's pulling
Okay,
up that
let
way.
me see. Let me see what I can.
Let
Let me see what I can do. I'm gonna remove you from. Okay, you did it. And share screen. Share screen.
Mike, you want to share and I'll read it?
Yeah, I'm trying to get there. Yes, sure. There we go. Let's try this one. Share. Whoa.
There you go.
There you go.
Am I there? All right, good.
Yeah, I got it. All right. $80,000 in counterfeit Roku devices seized in Pittsburgh. This is from cordcuttersnews.com on April 29th. U.S. Customs and Border Patrol seized 1,600 counterfeit Roku devices in Pittsburgh. Tribe Live reported this week. The devices, which would have had a retail value of $80,000 if they were authentic, were shipped from China earlier this month and were being sent to Butler County. When something becomes popular, you have places in China and Hong Kong that are going to mass produce them, said Customs Mid-Atlantic Region Public Affairs Officer Steve Sapp. Officials also noted that knockoff products like confiscated Roku devices are made of substandard materials and are likely to break easily. Customs and Border Protection officers remain committed to protecting the intellectual property rights of businesses while protecting consumers against potentially harmful counterfeit products, said Kathleen Killian Schaefer, CBP's acting port director for the Port of Pittsburgh. Consumers should be aware that counterfeit goods pose a health and safety threat and should protect their families by purchasing safe, authentic goods from reputable vendors. Trib Live reports that Customs seized about 4.3 million in counterfeit products daily on average, according to department statistics. Did you know we have a Utah? Never mind.
Yeah.
You're about to promote them.
Well, I'll give them a shout out though. They've been very informative. A great source to get if you're into. Well, hopefully everybody's into cord cutting. They're really a good source to get stuff. So what do you say?
I saw that.
IP rights from China. Nah, that ain't happening. No, what are you talking about, Munchie? That ain't happening. No. Let's see. So,
I can't believe people. I mean, I guess I don't know.
When that part of the article that said substandard materials for Roku, I'm sure the Rokus already are substandard material.
How much cheaper material could you find?
No, I'm sure it's the exact same thing. They just
Yeah, I don't know, but I do love my Roku though. I love it. I
have Roku built into two of my TVs. I absolutely love it.
I've actually never used Roku. I still have my Chromecast. That's all I've been using.
I'm like, why would I buy an Apple TV for $200 when this gets Apple TV on it, has a better remote? Like $40.
Yeah. And I just found since I moved here that my Fire Stick. Boy, you can get a ton of stuff through the Fire Stick for free.
Oh yeah,
for free. Yeah.
Have you modded yours, George? If you mod it,
download on and everything.
If it's not legal, I don't do it. Period.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, because I modded mine, and that works really well.
For me, it's always, I don't know who's watching, but I know God's watching, so I can't do it if it's not legal.
George, you gotta mod it, and you can download.
He already told you why he can't do it.
George, God will not mind.
I knew this. See, Munchie could figure it. Munchie will figure out that. Cody,
Cody's great. Cody works
Mike,
great.
Did you see George's comment? I mean, Munchie's comment.
What IP from China?
No,
Is that
no. There's another one.
Cody?
I'm pretty sure.
No, above that.
Oh, okay.
What's this?
That's so true. Because really, you wouldn't be able to tell. It's the same. Come on now.
They must have figured out somehow they were fake, but you know,
but you're right.
You know how it goes. Yeah. If it looks okay, great. It looks and operates the same, but all you need is one. You know, it's also plugged into your house unit. What happens if that
It's just
caught on fire.
It's funny because like I used to buy fake Jordans and nobody could tell the difference unless you're like completely staring at it.
Unless they're like up on your shoe, picking up the tag.
But even then, most people couldn't tell the difference.
You should be ashamed of yourself being from Chicago and buying fake Jordans.
Why?
Because you're supposed to be supporting Michael, brother.
Because I should be paying $200 for a pair of shoes.
You're supposed to be supporting Michael.
Michael's fine. Michael's
he's gambling money.
You gotta help him go play golf with. What's that guy's name? Slick Bulger?
Oh yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
Folks, this is where we switch to the ESPN portion of the show. Thank you very much.
That series is pretty awesome to watch. So you gotta give
it
to
the last stand. It is
a great show. It's a great documentary.
Yes, it is.
You see my boy Steve Kerr hit that game-winning shot.
Oh yeah, I remember that shot when it happened.
What do you tell Horace Grant? You can't eat.
He couldn't eat on the plane. He didn't play well enough. And
what struck me about that is like, so he's going to tell me I can't eat, and I'm not going to eat. I mean,
that's how you do it.
Oh God.
Anyway. Oh God. He told him you can't eat. You're fasting today.
Exactly. There you go.
No wonder Horace Grant told Steve Smith everything that was happening. All right, we're going off course here. Let's go on.
All right, now is it the phones and smartwatches story? Is that the next story?
No, the one about the tech radar.
That's the one. That's the one I'm talking about.
Is that it? Yeah, beta testers. Yeah, that Will. Okay. Will. I got to call you again on this one.
What's up?
The next story. This is all you.
Oh, okay.
I got it there.
Yeah. Okay. This is from
it has a lot of pictures, but it just immediately I said, "Oh, this is Will. This is Will all the way."
Phones and smartwatches are expensive. We shouldn't be their beta testers. Google. That's Google. It's becoming a depressingly familiar story. You pre-order a new phone or wearable on the strength of its specs, only to learn that one of its most interesting perks will be unavailable when you pull it out of its packaging. Case in point, Samsung has just received the green light to enable the blood pressure monitor on the Galaxy Watch Active 2, 7 months after users first started strapping it around their wrists. The monitor still isn't actually usable. Hopefully it will be unlocked soon, but so far it's only approved for use in South Korea. Wow, that really is Samsung.
And you can't even get on the plane to go to South Korea now.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
This often seems to happen with watches and phones that need approval as medical devices. Shipping devices before getting approval might be a play to win over the authorities and get a faster decision. See, it works, approve it. But it's at the customer's expense. It's a similar story to the Samsung Galaxy Watch Active's ECG feature. The hardware is there and was originally due to be enabled in the first quarter of 2020, but Samsung has now confirmed it's dropped behind schedule. It's enough to make early adopters' blood boil. The waiting game. Samsung is far from the only culprit here. The Fitbit Versa, Versa 2, Versa Lite, Ionic, and Charge 3 were all equipped with a oxygen saturation sensor at launch. It's a great tool that could help detect potentially dangerous sleep apnea, but it wasn't activated until January 2020 when the company finally received clearance from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. That means Versa owners were waiting well over a year to use a sensor they paid for. Considering that the device costs $200 at launch, that's a pretty rough deal. Sticking with matters of the heart, the 2019 Apple event featured touching videos from people who credited the Apple Watch's ECG sensor with alerting them to potentially life-threatening medical conditions. However, at launch, the feature was only available in the U.S. At least we got it. Apple has since sought and received approval to enable it in many more countries, but it's disappointing that one of the world's biggest tech companies didn't look beyond its home country earlier, especially considering that the Apple Watch's for launch price of $399. It was released on the same date globally. Users outside the US just had to bide their time. Yes, getting medical devices signed off takes time, but shouldn't it be factored into the production and release schedule earlier so users aren't left with something that fails to live up to expectations and the ambitions of its designers? Testing times. It's not just medical tech, though. All phones in the iPhone 11 series apparently have the hardware necessary for two-way wireless charging, which would allow you.
So it's not always Google there.
No, it's not. No, it's not. But what Apple did was they just said we're not going to enable it. Wait till next year, but which would allow you to use it to power up your Apple Watch or AirPods. But the feature was disabled before the phone hit shelves, possibly due to the issues that led to it canning the AirPower wireless charger mat. I gotta say something about this one, Mike, when we're done. It's great that companies continue to support their products with new tools and features and software updates months and years after release, but it's disappointing when an important hardware function is unusable at launch. That's especially true when, as one of my colleagues wrote recently, smartphones have a particularly short life. No, they don't. Their makers often nudge you towards upgrading after just a couple of years if they don't in support for the older devices entirely. Ooh, the Google Pixel 3's nice side camera.
He gets so excited. Oh, Google's in here. I'm gonna talk smack about it.
Hold on.
The Google
Chamber. Okay.
man.
Now you can get happy, Will.
The Google Pixel 3's nice side camera mode, a cool software feature that helps you take clearer pictures in low light, was touted as at the phone's release, but wasn't available to use until a month later, which isn't bad for Google. That might not sound like much, but considering Google stopped issuing security updates for the original Pixel just 3 years after it launched, any may well abandon the Pixel 3 just as fast. I guess it was to say and may well abandon the Pixel 3 just as fast. It's pretty disappointing. If you'll only be able to use a phone for 3 years, it doesn't seem unfair to expect to have access to its full feature set for that entire time. So what can we do about it? Well, apart from voting with your wallet and refusing to support companies that make you their beta tester, the best thing is to stay informed if you got your eye on an upcoming watch or phone. It's a good idea to keep a watchful eye out for any news about its features or potential lack thereof, in addition to checking Tech Radar. All right, is that the whole article?
Yeah,
I don't want to read about them trying to tell me to go to their website.
Yeah.
But the thing, Mike, is the Apple thing, you can't be mad at them for that because Apple never said that their phone had reverse charging. No. That's because everybody had leaks out talking about what they thought was coming.
Right.
And all these other things, yeah, I guess you can be upset, but that's like
why did Apple put it in the phone and then turn it off?
Because they might have said, yeah, let's see if this is a good idea. And if it didn't meet their standard, they turned it off. It's pointless anyway, though. Look at who got it now? OnePlus. It's a dumb feature. Why would you want to kill your battery to charge your AirPods? I don't know.
Well, the one that started was Samsung.
Well, Samsung just throws everything into whatever. True. Samsung's like, we'll just put everything and see what works, and then next year we'll stop using it. Nobody uses.
We'll talk more about Samsung later on.
I don't think nobody uses it because you got to turn your phone upside down, put it on the table, turn the mode on. It's when I had the Note. What was that, Mike? The Note 10. I tried it and I was like, this is too much work.
Yeah, I couldn't see myself really using it, but I mean, this article is kind of divided for me because it's like, yeah, if I bought a watch that's supposed to tell me my blood pressure and I bought it just for that feature and then I can't use it, then yeah, obviously I'd be upset. I understand about the iPhone 11 thing. Like, I didn't even know that was a thing. I didn't know you could enable that.
I didn't either.
But you can't be mad about that.
No. I'm saying I'm not mad about it because it's not something I expected. I didn't expect that.
Apple didn't say it was coming. And the other thing with Google, the nice
Bill's going to tell people what they can be mad about and what they can't be mad about.
You can't. George, that's like saying you're going to be mad because when you took it apart and saw something in there, you know what I mean? You can't be mad. Apple didn't say. As
an American, you have a right to be mad if you want to be mad. I mean, come on now.
All right, George. Okay, you can be mad, but I'm not.
I don't want to be mad.
I'm not going to be mad about something John Prosser told me about that he thought was coming.
Well, that's true.
John Processor, whatever.
John Processor. That's his name.
But the night sight thing, how can you be mad at that when the Pixel when did that come out? The Pixel 3?
Yeah, it came out later.
So yeah, I mean they added to the phone, so you can't. I don't know.
Munchie.
Yeah, I agree with
Munchie,
you.
it's
there.
this stuff.
Here we
That's
go.
what
Here we
what's
go.
going on, man. Munchie, okay.
You're saying Will's all juiced up. Huh? Okay.
Oh yeah, he's juiced up, all right.
It's because Apple didn't promise it. Apple didn't promise me that. But that charging on the back of my phone, that's nonsense. We'll see if it's still around in like 5 years.
Well, Samsung hasn't stopped supporting it since they started. You know,
Yeah, but it just started when last year.
year and a half, I think. Or
Yeah,
so now.
the iris scanner was around for a couple years too.
Well, yeah, that they killed pretty quick. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was just a bad idea
Well, why do you think it's a bad idea? What for
because
the
it didn't work properly. That's why.
The iris scanner.
Yeah.
for the S series?
Yeah.
Or
The iris scanner, I didn't like it either.
Oh, I liked it.
It
I
was
never
slow.
used it. I never tried it.
Slow. It had them stupid goggle things. It had kind of animations on it to
No.
line your eyes up. Yes, it
Nah,
did.
yeah,
You
but
don't
it worked.
remember.
It
I
worked.
didn't like it.
It
I didn't
worked.
And
too
that's
much.
the only
And
time
then-
I used it was for that.
It
that
worked.
hold
You
on.
didn't use your finger. You didn't
Mike,
use.
you know what? Mike, you know what made it worse?
Mhm.
You couldn't unlock nothing but Samsung apps with it. So what was the point?
That's true.
Well,
You
that's
couldn't
supposed to
log-
Oh,
use
really? I
Samsung
didn't
apps
know
only.
that.
No,
That's true.
it was trash, man. It was a Samsung gimmick. You
Oh,
couldn't
my
log into your
goodness.
bank with it. You could only
Look.
use it for Samsung's browser to
Look, do
unlock.
me a favor.
the
I know
Samsung.
that wad of money Apple just paid you is sticking in your back pocket right now. It's hurting your butt. Take it out. It's okay. You don't have to, don't have to tell us how much, okay?
Says the guy with the iPhone SE.
Damn right. That's
Yeah, but
right.
see,
Right
he
here.
didn't
I'll
have
be
to pay
good
a
for
lot
5
of money
years,
for
okay?
that. That's the thing.
Meanwhile,
But the official,
let's see.
Apple case.
Meanwhile, here we go. $100 phone, $150 phone. I'll throw it in the trash right now. There we go. Here we go. This one, it'll eventually get updated once. Okay.
Mike is waiting on the battery case for the iPhone SE, and he'll be good.
I returned my iPhone SE.
Did you?
Yeah, I sent it back. Yeah.
Did you?
It's a decent phone. It's just battery could be better. And,
I don't know. I don't know. I didn't think you would keep it.
No,
You are-
I mean
you
for a
already
second
have top of the line
yeah,
one.
for a hot minute I was like, yeah, maybe I'll hold on to it, and then I'm like, why? Actually, I'll tell you. So I have another video coming out that's testing night mode, night sight, and neural cam with the iPhone SE. And after testing that, I was like, okay, these night shots are no good on the iPhone SE. So I'm like,
Neural cam is bad. Everybody was
no. Neural cam isn't bad, but neural cam with iPhone SE is still not as great. It's not going to outperform night sight or night mode. That's
Okay.
yeah. That's pretty much the gist of my next video. So
Night sight makes it too bright, man.
it does. Yeah.
Some people-
No, night sight on a Google Pixel makes it too bright.
A lot of the
It
pictures
doesn't-
turn
it
out a lot
doesn't look
brighter
like
than they
night.
need to be.
It doesn't look like night anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you see that comment a lot.
Well, it's not even that. There's also and I said it earlier on my stream today, is sometimes using night sight on a Pixel 4 will oversaturate stuff, like the greens in the grass. It looks like
you were saying that in your video.
Yeah. So it's not as I think Apple has found a way to implement night mode a lot better than Google's night sight.
Gary's crazy.
Yeah.
You're 3-3.
What's
You gotta
his
be.
name?
You gotta be.
You're 3 and just make cookies in the tree.
Gary always has the best comments, man.
Yeah, really.
Oh man.
Oh man.
And Ted is the one standing up for the Keebler oils. I can tell you for a fact, Ted is cold because I've said next to him. Okay.
So does that mean I'm supposed to stand up?
I didn't comment on you.
I'm not 3-3, but I'm close.
Yeah, but you're power packed.
I'm power
Yeah.
packed.
Yeah.
3-3 and 148 pounds.
And still going down.
And still going down.
Yeah. What are we doing next? Who wants to do?
I got the Sprint story up. I got this screen shared already.
All
Go
right.
for it.
Sure. I'll do it. Hold on a second. There it is. Okay. Reports puts the date on the end of the Sprint brand.
This is on Biz Journals, by the way.
Yeah, and which is really a Kansas City. Well, it says Kansas City Business Journal. Which
who found this? How did somebody find a Kansas City
Mike
article?
found it. Mike
found it.
Interesting. I was like, how does this come up?
Things got a little slow at work. Okay, that's all I got to say.
Sprint's headquarters is in Kansas City.
Yeah, it is.
Mike says, "Kansas City, here I come."
Come on, George, bring it out. Go ahead, let it
You know how many times I've sung that song in a band?
Oh man, I keep on getting this damn pop up. No, I don't want.
I got it too. But I'm ready when you're ready.
All right, I'm going on. Let's go before the pop up comes up again.
Okay.
The Sprint brand could be retired in August, according to one port, as T-Mobile US Inc. consolidates gains from its April merger with the Overland Park carrier. August 2nd will be designated as day one for the new T-Mobile. Oh, okay. I thought I read something. Anyway, let me go back.
August 2nd is what I've seen everywhere.
Yeah. For the new T-Mobile, bringing the company to a single brand, PhoneArena.com reports. The report is based on a slide proposally from an internal presentation that was posted to Reddit. The slideshow shows a range of changes set from day one, including single brand, new regions, new pay structure, uniforms, and retail policies. T-Mobile,
the uniforms thing. I'm like, who wears uniforms?
Wait. Uniforms as in, is Sprint going to be called Sprint still, or is Sprint just switching over to T-Mobile?
Sprint will stop existing on August 2nd.
Right.
Okay, so what happens to the retail stores for Sprint? Or does this article talk about it?
well, that's what that doesn't really go into detail about the stores, but that's what there is. I think there'll be more leaks like everything else.
And keep in mind, T-Mobile has already closed a bunch of their stores.
Yeah, have they?
Yes.
Did they? Yeah. The T-Mobile Sprint officials had used the terms day zero and day one in discussions long before the merger was complete. In 2018, Sprint's then CEO Michael Combs sent employees in an email with the information how the company would integrate its designated day zero as the day that the transaction closed, day one referring to the 60 to 90 day period after the deal closed. Delays in getting regulatory approvals and challenges by the group of the state attorneys generals pushed back the close of T-Mobile Sprint deal to April 1. That would have put it the beginning of August closer to 120 days out. But the deal was complicated by the carrier's agreement with the U.S. Department of Justice to sell Sprint prepaid wireless business to Dish Network Corp., a transaction yet to be closed. And the COVID-19 outbreak, which has millions of employees nationwide working from home. Now, this was the interesting, really caught me too. The Sprint brand goes back to the company's history, goes deep in the company's history. In the early 1900s, the Southern Pacific Railroad began upgrading telegraph lines along its right of way. In 1970, the railroad formed a company to offer to use its network to the public, calling the system Sprint, or Southern Pacific Railroad Internal Networking Telephony.
Yep.
So there was a little history right there, folks.
Yeah, that was the biggest thing I learned reading the article.
Yeah, same here. See, I thought it was just like, yeah, Sprint sounds good, like Verizon.
Yeah, I didn't even know it meant nothing.
Yeah. So there you go.
Everything means something. Do you know what George means? The last thing in the world I'd want to be, farmer.
George means farmer?
George means farmer. That's the definition of George. If you ask me the last thing on earth I'd ever want to be, it's a farmer.
Oh.
Interesting.
I can see you pull off being a farmer.
Oh, no. There's two things. There's two jobs I know you work yourself to death 7 days a week. One's a farmer and one's a mom and pop store owner. I don't want no part of either one.
I like your no. Oh man. So yeah, I don't know. It's going to be changing times, and especially now with the COVID going on, the virus, it's making even things more complicated.
I don't think we have any idea how much change the times are going to change.
Mm-hmm.
Big time.
Big time.
I mean, even if tomorrow, let's say coronavirus was completely gone, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's still the impact is gonna be so big because of the economy and everyone who's lost their jobs. And
there's already a school in Quebec that has a policy that when they open back up, kids will be allowed to go on recess, but they won't be allowed to play on any outside playground stuff, and they'll have to stay in line and never come out of line, and they'll be watched by a teacher the whole time. It's
gonna be weird.
Mm-hmm.
I even think, and I know this is going off topic, but I think about like department stores where you go and try clothes on.
That's over.
Think about like at the malls where like women put like makeup on you. Like none of this is gonna happen anymore.
Well, my ex-wife, where she works at Burlington, they were already told anytime somebody changes clothes in the changing room, those clothes have to come out of the changing room and put in the back for 24 hours before they're allowed to be touched again.
Wow. Yeah. I don't know. Think about movie theaters. How is that going to work?
Who's going to the movies?
Yeah, really. Who is going?
When they open them, how is that going to work?
Already mad.
I saw a video yesterday that said that this is going to be the death knell for movie theaters.
Yeah, they're already mad because of the trolls when they put that out on.
Yeah.
All the things the movie
theaters
theaters
were like, that was a whole money thing. Yeah.
Yeah, but if you think about it, to pay $20 to watch it at home for, I think it was, you could rent it for 2 days. Why would you spend $40 on movie tickets?
Especially, imagine if you have like
and all that stuff.
Imagine if you have like 2 kids, even.
Yeah.
You don't have to buy a ticket for them. You spend $20 and then you watch it at home.
Watch it at home.
That's why about that on Dan Lebatard's show on ESPN yesterday, and the one guy said, "Well, you can't replace movie popcorn." You know?
Yeah.
I mean, you can't. Yeah, I guess you can't, but I can just eat something better. So
the movie theater is in trouble because they can't make you, what is it, 6 feet apart? They can't do that. No.
Well, unless they
they'll have like
it would be like every other row at the theater, and then like everyone is staggered seating. That'll be weird.
It'll be crazy.
Wait, real quick. Have you guys had a theater converted to the recliners?
Yeah.
Well, they by doing that, they lost seats.
Oh yeah.
So they even lost more people going in there by putting those recliners in.
Love those reclining seats.
Oh, they are nice.
But I think this just killed it though, because they just showed everybody you can stay home and they can put the movies out on all those streaming services they got.
There.
Six has it. That's going to come back. That's actually going to be something that'll come back. Or drive-in theaters.
I'm not going to no drive-in.
What are you talking about?
No, you know what?
Mike, we have one drive-in around here in Vineland.
Vineland, yeah.
When it opened up, there was a shooting. I'm not going to.
Really? No way. No way. I know they were talking about opening it back up.
Yeah, when it first opened up, when everybody was all excited, there was shootings out there. I ain't
oh my God! What's wrong for you? You know that.
Now, when I lived in Chattanooga, there's one in Georgia, just about a few minutes out of Chattanooga, and I went to it because our friends like going there, and I found out, okay, I'm over drive-in theaters. It had been like 30 years since I'd been to one, and I'm like, okay, this is not an enjoyable experience.
There's no space in Chicago for a drive-in theater. I don't even know where they would have one.
I did see an article somewhere where some drive-in theater has already opened, at the end of this COVID-19 thing, and they have all kinds of special rules and stuff about it. So I don't enjoy drive-in theaters, so I don't like that. I love being in a car, but not where I'm cooped up and not moving.
I don't have to see the movie first. I guess that's why I'm not really too crazy about the movie theater. I don't know. It's not like it's a live.
Me neither.
It's not like it's
I don't need to see it first, but every time there's an Avengers movie, I need to see it as soon as I can.
So that's the only thing I really enjoyed was when there was like a new superhero movie that I really wanted to watch.
Yeah, exactly.
And then like I mean, that was fun, like kind of waiting in less, but other than that, it's not like I typically would go often.
But see, this is the value of being old. When you're old, there's usually an afternoon stuff for old folks, and there's no lines.
It was fun until they started shooting up the movie theaters and all. You know, people coming in dressed up as Bane and all. Nah,
I'm glad they don't do that where I live.
There's too many people going into the movies for them. You know. I'll wait.
I've got the next one up whenever you're ready.
All right. Hey, Jerome, you want to take this one here? Google
Meet. Which one is it? Oh, Google Meet.
It should be Google Meet.
Great. This is the one that This is the one that I complained about for half an hour. On my
oh no! Well, then you're the expert.
Oh wait, no, not this one. Okay. It was about the unification of messaging apps. But I haven't seen this.
Yeah, that one's coming. Don't worry.
Don't worry.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that one I can complain about for half an hour.
Please.
All right. So this article from TechCrunch. Sorry, I'm like doing it like I'm sure. Google Meet shows up in Gmail inboxes a few years too late. Google Meet, the video call service formerly known as Hangouts Meet, which itself was an offshoot from Hangouts, not to be confused with Google Chat, Duo, Allo, or any of the company's other communication products, because they don't know how to just do something right, is finally making its debut on Gmail accounts where it probably should have been since 2010. Everyone with a Google account has access to Meet as of a few days ago, when Google removed most of the restrictions that made the product a go-to for many businesses or for many business customers, but a non-starter for everyone else. As they announced then, anyone with a Google account can make calls with up to 100 people for up to an hour. The option to do so will appear on the sidebar, where one can start a meeting and invite participants in a pop-up browser window. It's quite fast, and a dial-in and PIN are provided immediately, or join an existing using a code. Or join an existing meeting using a code. Sorry. It's a welcome improvement to be sure, but it's also something that on reflection, one wonders why Google hasn't had there for years. Thank you. This is something that has been bothering me for a while. Despite running one of the world's largest communication platforms and owning its most popular operating system, person-to-person communication has always been something of a puzzler for Google. Every couple of years, a company debuts a new and ill-advised app or service that's confusingly branded, competes with its existing offerings, and isn't even available for most people to use. Sometimes they even do two at once. This experimental approach, unsuccessfully aping the old, weird Google, wasn't a problem when the only pressure was the usual trickle of enterprise and startup innovations that Google could easily bat down from its high seat. But the coronavirus pandemic produced a tsunami of demand for video calling that suddenly threw the competition into gear. As we have seen, Zoom emerged as the dark horse winner, despite serious security issues and other general murkiness. The secret was, of course, simplicity. 1 or 2 clicks and it just works. While Microsoft, Google, Facebook, and other major tech companies have seen huge gains, and startup efforts like House Party and Discord have also spiked, Zoom's ubiquity is such that people speak of doing a Zoom call on Google, or we can do a Zoom meeting on Skype. It's the ultimate insult. That's a really good point. As a strategy by Google to acquire users, this expansion of Meet is months too late, and as an attempt to salvage its dignity, years too late. After the execution of Reader and the utter boondoggle that was Google Plus, the company will forever be considered as having a gun in each hand, one pointed at users and one at its own foot. Sorry, do I seem bitter? He's exactly right. At the same time, it's quite clear that Google has the capability to create a simple cross-platform universal video calling service. After all, it afforded one for years, GChat. It's not really clear what happened to this popular practical service, which unsurprisingly lived exactly where Meet now lives and provided a similar, if simpler, service. Now is not the time to reopen the case of GChat or the dozens of other beloved products Google has sent to the big data center in the sky, but it's worth considering what might have been the case had the company simply, as it said it wanted to, put more wood behind fewer arrows and made that service the one, developing and adding to it as it has with Maps and Search. GChat would be open in every browser in the omnipresent Gmail tab, able to launch personal or business meetings instantly as Meet can now, and it would be on every phone as well, the way Google's most popular apps like Maps are. As a mostly trusted, presumably encrypted chat and occasional multimedia app, it could have taken the wind out of WhatsApp and Messenger sales, rivaled iMessage, and perhaps even given rise to the more decentralized social network the company seemed to want to build several years back. Well, of all sad words of tongue or pen, the saddest are these. It might have been. Enjoy Meet if you can and while it lasts.
Mm-hmm.
This is actually a really good article. I think, and this is something I talked about earlier, and I complained about it for a length of time, and it actually got me into the whole Pixel 5 thing, because Google, I just don't. When Google Hangouts came out, it was great. I loved it. I got everybody to use it. I thought it worked really well. I was able to use Google Voice to have a Google Voice number, and then I was able to text people on that. So then I didn't have to have people to use Hangouts. I could just use Google Voice and text them that way. It worked in Gmail. And then,
you started to have some integration.
Well, yeah. And so, but then there were things that like I wanted them to update. Like I wanted to be able to send video and not have it look like it was taken on a potato camera. Have you ever tried to send video on Google Hangouts? It's garbage.
It is garbage. Yeah.
And then there's no dark mode. That was something that I really liked. And so for over 6 months, Google Hangouts could have been something great, and then they just stopped supporting it, and then they started taking things away from it, and then I switched over to Telegram, and like I'm still trying to hold on to Google and hope there's some saving grace and that they're gonna like get back on their feet and things are gonna be great again, but I don't think that's going to happen.
I don't think they're doing too badly.
Well, no, it's not that they're not doing badly, but here's something that they could have taken advantage of. That's my point.
Oh, yeah.
Is Google Hangouts was great and it could have been better, and they let that pass while these other companies came in, WhatsApp, Telegram, Zoom, and now Zoom's here, and it's like, oh, Zoom's doing so well. Let's make Meet. Meet is something that they've had for such a long time. And they've kept it under corporate domain, meaning that like if you own
a G Suite,
you had to have G Suite to use it. And then now they made the decision, let's give it to everyone for free now because Zoom is now the leader. Yeah, they're completely late. I don't know.
Have anybody used Zoom? Have you?
I have.
Is it garbage? To me, it is. I don't like it.
It's nothing special.
It's all right. It's not.
I'm not impressed with it.
I think everybody loves it because it's easy. But I refuse. If it's that bad, if it's that crappy security, I'm not using it.
Right.
And that's fair enough point.
And Google themselves said they told their own employees stop using it.
Exactly.
Stop using it because it has security issues.
Yeah.
The problem is Google just.
Google missed the boat as I put it in there. They should have jumped all over this. They should have just changed some things.
Well, yeah, that was the whole point.
I was one of them.
They missed the boat.
Yeah, but Mike, just like I was telling you earlier, with Google, they don't like Jerome was saying with Hangouts, and Google they don't advertise what they already have. Like I told you with Duo, where they added all those features for family.
Yeah, you see those with Microsoft.
I'm with you, Big House,
all the time.
They don't advertise nothing. Hangouts, like Jerome was saying, wasn't perfect, but for all the features that they've went and all these other apps that they've made in the time since Hangouts has been out, if they would have just added that stuff to Hangouts,
they could have updated it.
They would have been good. They made Allo, Duo, Android messages, this Meet thing, like they.
And imagine all those apps, and if they just had kept it as Hangouts. Imagine how much.
That's the one right now.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like Hangouts, you could go on your computer and use it. You could go on your phone and use it.
Right.
You could use it on different phones. You had video chat. You could broadcast on YouTube with it or whoever that however that used to be. Like Google is all over the place. They are really. We didn't put that article, Mike, where. Remember, Jerome, I think you had it, where they said all their stuff was supposed to be coming together under one. But it's like, this shows you they're just all over the place. They have a different group working on every project.
It's too many hands in the cookie jar. And so,
To me, this is what you're a beta tester for.
Company where departments do not talk to each other.
You're
Right.
more of a beta tester for their software because they'll come out with Inbox or Allo or whatever.
Yeah, Allo was
people will like it or they won't like it or whatever, and then
Yeah.
Google will kill it.
Well, and so that's the thing I talked about today. I don't know if you saw that, Mike or George, but there was an article today that said that now there's going to be one person to unify all of the messaging apps for Google now.
Oh yeah, I didn't get a chance to read it, but yeah, and
I caught a glimpse. I read a little bit of it. Yeah,
but yeah, I'll hold my breath waiting for that.
But even if they do, even though that this is happening, I still don't trust it. Because who knows when something is actually going to happen? Who knows if they're really going to unify it?
They're not unifying the messaging, right? They're just trying to bring the groups together. They're not going to, right? Isn't that all they're doing?
I don't.
From what I understood from it, they're just going to.
There's no concrete plan, I think, is what. Yeah, no. They're putting one person under the helm, but we don't know what they're actually going to do. Who knows what they're going to do? They'll probably come out with another version of software and then make 3 more, and yeah, who knows?
It's just like Brian said. They need to integrate all the features and just make one app. Like you said earlier, Jerome. That's why iMessage took off like that, was because it's just there's not 15 different messaging apps.
Exactly.
It's always been iMessage. It's always been iMessage.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't make iMessage and iMessage Meet, and then this, there wasn't 10 different things.
Yeah. Imagine if it was just always Hangouts and they always improved on it.
Right.
Google would have had a much better messaging platform than it's 2020, and you're still trying to figure out how RCS works, and people are like, doesn't work in my country, and it doesn't work with this phone or this carrier, and it's crazy. Man.
Well, funny we're talking about that because the next one.
I have the next one up.
Why don't you take here, George? Why don't you take this one, please?
All right, I'm good. All right, this is on Android Central. Samsung and Google team up to bring RCS to Galaxy phones. Samsung is enabling RCS support for more Galaxy phones in partnership with Google, the company announced in late April. Samsung is bringing support for Google's Rich Communication Services, RCS, to Galaxy smartphones to make your conversations more seamless. The two companies have been working since 2018 to bring the features to Samsung devices, Samsung said in April. The Samsung Messages app with RCS allows users to do more, including chat over both Wi-Fi and mobile data, send and receive high-resolution photos and videos, receive read receipts, and create feature-rich group chats. The Messages app is also available on desktop, making it easy to transition seamlessly from mobile to PC. Here's where it gets a little confusing. Samsung has already supported RCS via its Messages app for years now. As long as your carrier, e.g. Vodafone UK, supported RCS, you could communicate with other RCS-enabled phones. What appears to be happening here is that Samsung is signing on to Google's chat service as well. With Google, it doesn't matter if the carrier supports the messaging protocol or not. If Google Messages RCS branded as chat works in that region, then Samsung Messages should have RCS as well. That said, while Samsung still notes that Samsung Message app with RCS capabilities vary by market, device, and carrier, some users of Samsung's phones reported gaining access to RCS in the Samsung Messages app just 2 days after Samsung's announcement. For RCS adoption, this move could prove huge. Yeah, good luck with that. Yes, RCS has a large theoretic user base, but users would have to either be using a device that ships with Google's Android Messages app as default, or they'd have to install it themselves. This cuts out a large OEM like Samsung or even fan favorites like OnePlus. Google has been working with Samsung for a while now, even telling users via a fax that they were working on bringing chat features broadly to more regions, operators, and other messaging apps, e.g. Samsung Messages. With Samsung phones getting access to Google's RCS by default over the next couple of months, it's going to be visible and the benefits are going to be tangible. I totally disagree. Totally.
We mean,
First of all they're doing is adding more fragmentation, like they need more. And then when Google started calling RCS branded as chat, well, to me, that was confusing enough by itself. Is it RCS? Is it chat? Make up your freaking mind, will you?
You know why? You know why iMessage works?
Go ahead.
Because
they
when you buy
force you to use it.
well here, and that's the thing, when you buy an iPhone
Right.
and you turn on the iPhone for the first time and you click the little icon that says messages,
Right.
you're already using iMessage.
Yeah, because you have nothing else that
That's
you
it.
can.
There's no
Yeah.
turning a setting. When Will was the first person who showed me RCS, because I was kind of out of the phone game for a while, and when Will showed me, it was like I had to go. Well, actually, even when I turned it on, it didn't work at first. I had to like go find a specific like troubleshooting guide on how to enable RCS.
Okay. And for me, it worked on some of my phones and not some
some of your phones. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the problem. And so maybe eventually they'll get it right, where eventually you'll get a Galaxy phone.
No, they're
and
not
then
going to get it right.
it's already going to be turned on by default.
I mean, Jerome,
who
they're
knows?
never going to get it right because
They're not going to get it right, and this is just makes more fragmentation. And now Samsung has two different messaging apps and one already included. I mean, come on.
I thought the wait a minute, is the RCS integrated to their messaging app now?
trying to add it into their.
I don't know. Actually, that's a good question, Mike.
Well,
Yes, according to this article, Samsung's messaging app already worked with RCS for years, but only in some places and only on some carrier. Come on.
So maybe you still would have to enable it, Mike, because if it only worked on some and not others.
It gets better. Wait, it gets better.
Wait, Mike, this is how it was. If I have AT&T and I buy my Galaxy from AT&T, you have AT&T and you get a Galaxy from AT&T, you can use AT&T's advanced messaging, which was RCS. But if I message somebody on Verizon and they had the same phone, it wouldn't work because Verizon.
It works. The same idea is on Sprint. The same idea on Sprint.
Why it's broken.
No, because
it's almost as if they're saying, let's take fragmentation to a new level.
Yeah.
Always used Google
RCS.
That's why Sprint
No. My son's girlfriend, she RCS. She has RCS. On Sprint.
Now, because Sprint always used Google. Sprint had RCS when Google first came out with it. I think Sprint was the only carrier that it worked on. But
meanwhile, the Sprint brand is going away
because the carriers are still involved. That's why it's not going to work.
And meanwhile, Sprint is still doing advertisements, which I saw one today.
Why
are they advertising?
Yeah.
They're just using the rest of their marketing money.
I guess, yeah. And see what Ellie said. True, everything they killed hubby and I both used. It's
Google should have put his foot down and said, all right, if you're going to use Android on your phone or whatever, you have to put Android messages.
But you've been saying that all along, but they're not listening to you, obviously.
Yeah.
But that's the only way this is going to work. Otherwise, it's not going to work because LG has a messaging app, Samsung, and even I think LG might have converted to Google's now. But if you buy an older LG phone, it comes with that messaging app.
Okay. Oh, and Gary's right, and Gary, it's okay. Will has already sold it to him.
Yeah,
but that's the thing. It's like I know Gary's joking, but the thing is, when you do use an iPhone and you use messages, like there's nothing to it. Like there really are no issues.
And this is what I've always told people: if you want a phone that just works, get an iPhone. I've always said that.
This is why Android will never do it, because somebody like Gary will be like, if Google forces me to use Android messages, they're taking away a part of what makes Android. That's why it's always going to be fragmented, because Google doesn't know if they should force people to do certain stuff or leave it.
Gary's Sprint customers are T-Mobile customers now, and I think the vast majority of them already have access to T-Mobile's network. I just keep wondering why Sprint is advertising, even up to today. It makes no sense to me.
And they're actually saying that they're part of the network too.
Yeah, and they're advertising to sign up with the Sprint plan. There's not going to be a Sprint plan on August 2nd.
Wait till the people go to the store and buy their 5G phone and then find out it doesn't work on T-Mobile.
Yeah, exactly.
Buy another phone.
Yep.
And they'll let people do that too, because they don't care. that.
They will. Yes, they will. Just imagine.
Personally, I think they're going to pay for losing John Legier. That's my guess.
Just imagine if you go to the store and you pay for your Sprint phone in cash, 5G, and then in 2 months they tell you like, oh, it doesn't work on our network no more. You got to sign a new 18-month lease agreement.
Exactly.
That is crazy.
If anything changes on T-Mobile after all of this happens, then I'm gonna leave. I mean, hopefully everything stays the same. Hopefully I get stuck with my plan I have now. I don't want to change that, but who knows?
Yeah, my guess is those of us who are regular T-Mobile customers probably not much is, if anything, is going to change. I'm on a grand. And already some people are congratulating T-Mobile for already bringing so many Sprint people on board, and they are saying that Sprint people are seeing their networks work better and blah blah blah. But let's see what they cut them off from. That's
yeah.
We'll see.
I can't do it.
I know. Visible. I have to. Visible is doing.
No tax. Nah, my bill's the same.
Jerome, if you gotta leave, I'm telling you, jump on the Verizon.
Well, I mean, yeah. Right now, I pay $21.24. That's what I pay after taxes, and like I'm on the same thing. I have great data, and then I have everything I need.
Yeah, so. I know. You said you got a great deal going on, but if things go south.
Yeah. No, I'll definitely take a look at Visible for sure. 25 sounds like a great deal for sure.
Yeah. And you get the whole family on air for the
this month I paid $20. They gave me a $5 reward.
Really? Why?
I don't know. I wasn't asking no questions.
You might as well just take it.
Okay. Click.
I said, no problem. $20. All right.
Yeah. I've got the next one up for whoever's going to take it.
Let me see. What is it? What is the next one?
Samsung Pay.
Samsung Pay.
I haven't read about this yet.
Okay. Will's got a few choice things to say about this.
Here. Let me. I'll take. Well, I gotta hit the button. Here we go.
Okay.
All right. I'll take this, and then we can put our feet up and watch and listen to Will go off on this one.
Okay.
Samsung Pay will get a physical debit card soon. Samsung Pay is pretty sweet using the combination of NFC and MST, which is really going to go away. You can pay with your phone at just about every store and in turn leave your wallet behind. Now, though, Samsung has announced that they just added a physical debit card to Samsung Pay. In a post today, it celebrates its service's fifth birthday. Samsung explains that the next innovation for Samsung Pay is to introduce a new way for users to manage their money using the service. That starts with a partnership with SoFi. How come I've heard that before? SoFi.
Me too. I can't think of where.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I think it's a bank.
Okay, which will see a physical debit card which is backed by a cash management account. The beauty of Samsung Pay, in my opinion, is the MST, which Will says. Functionality means you really don't need a physical card most of the time.
Somebody agrees with Will 100%.
The physical card for the service might be useful for some users, but at the same time, why? Really, it feels like Samsung just wants to walk in the footsteps of Apple and soon Google.
I agree.
Further, Samsung says the Samsung Pay will be evolving through 2020 to be a mobile-first money management platform. Apparently, more details on both the card and the Samsung plans will be shared in the coming weeks. And in this little casting here, hero says in 2020, Samsung Pay will be expanding our services from a reward way to shop and pay to being a rewarding way to manage your money. Over the past year, we have been busy developing a mobile-first money management platform. Our vision is to help consumers better manage their money so they can achieve their dreams and goals. Now more than ever, Mobile financial services and money management tools will play even a pay. I get it, pay versus play, and in a bigger role in our daily lives, while also opening up new possibilities.
Yeah. Now, I am normally the ultimate capitalist, but if you're going to try to sell me that some gigantic company and bank is doing everything to help me better manage my money and achieve my dreams and goals, go away. Come on, will you?
Says a car salesman.
Exactly.
Mike, just look at the comments, Mike. Just look at the comments. That's the good part. When you read the articles, if you read the comments, you see how people really feel. It's nonsense, but
defeats the whole point. It's so dumb. They're clearly just want to say that we have a card. I love Samsung phone, but it's pretty much unnecessary. You know, that's what I was going to say though with about the messaging app we were just talking about, and now this. They are trying every way to every step that Apple does. They're trying to one best them.
But Samsung has always been that way. They've always
but this is bad. This is bad.
Apple.
This is bad now. Now Apple has an Apple card.
Yeah, but
now they're going to have a Samsung card. Now we're going to have they're going to have what is going to be. I'm telling you. Oh, look, by the way, did you see?
Mike, you know what?
Did you see all the tweets? Now every time I see something I get a tweet from Android from Twitter, and they're pushing Duo on a Samsung device. They're pairing up with Duo, and they're pushing their video chat service.
Well, at least Duo works well.
Yes, I understand it, but again, let's try to copy. We have FaceTime, now we have Duo. Oh, it's on our. Samsung is the
Samsung is Android.
Is Android, yeah. Right. Google can't do it, so we'll just let Samsung over here do it because they can at least get the word out.
But keep something in mind. OnePlus has never made any bones about the fact that they want to copy Apple and be like Apple. Samsung has never made any bones about the fact that they want to top Apple and everything. And they have said so more than once. So nothing new here, in my opinion.
The problem is, Mike, that Apple did a credit card. This is just going to be like what Google is doing. This is the problem. No, Apple did the credit card.
No, I said no, but this is just going to be.
Oh, yeah, this is just a debit card. I guess they want you to give them your money in your bank account. But
exactly.
Google is doing the same thing. This is the problem with Android. Like, why would you have two separate? You already got.
And why am I going to give you my money so you can go play with the?
When you get a Samsung phone now, you have Google Pay, Samsung Pay.
That's why Samsung.
When you get an LG phone, you get an LG Pay. You get Google Pay. It's stupid.
I feel like Samsung needs to just make their own OS. I feel like
I've been saying that for a while now.
Yeah, but I think that ship is coming and going now.
Maybe what was the OS they wanted to make?
Tizen.
And everybody thought that's what they were going to do, but it seems like they've practically admitted they've given up on that idea.
That's what they need to do, though. They need to bring it over here because I think it's in Korea on some of their phones, but
right.
They need to go off on their own. They got their own app store.
I think last year they finally said, no, we're not going to be leaving Google and making Tizen our own, platform. So
Google needs to tell them like y'all can't do this because y'all are just watering down Android. It's too much.
Well, Google always wants Android watered down.
Unnecessary bloat on your phone.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
I don't know. They're working together. It's like they're with each other.
It's a double-edged sword, I think, because at the end of the day, Samsung users still end up using Google, end up using Android, and that's money for Google, right? They get that data, they get to harvest whatever, and so I'm not a fan of. I like Samsung's hardware. I'm not a fan of their software. If it was up to me, I would.
Pixel fan.
I would take Samsung's hardware and implement that with Google's stock software, but that's never going to happen.
Google is well aware that people will not use Bixby as long as they can use Google Assistant.
God, Bixby, Jesus, yeah.
Nothing wrong with
Samsung gave up on
Bixby. Works
Bixby, right?
great.
I think in Samsung kind of is they're phasing Bixby out. I thought.
That's my impression
Well,
is they might be doing that, but they're not
I
saying
think
that
they're
yet.
phasing it out.
Well, they removed the Bixby buttons, right?
Yeah,
From-
You can still access it.
It's still there, but you can.
Yeah, even on my S20, if I hit it wrong, it wakes Bixby right up.
You can remap
So
it from
annoying.
Bixby, though. You can remap it from Bixby to I think
That's
anything
another
except for Google.
And that's what they wouldn't let you do the first year.
Yeah. Yeah, they need to kill it. Bixby's pretty bad.
I agree. But they need to kill Siri too, which is also pretty bad.
I don't
Yeah,
even use Siri. I don't use it.
Siri's terrible. Once you get Google Assistant, everything else is garbage. That's just how it
I've
is.
actually, the thing is though, I've actually turned off my assistants. I don't use it
Really?
anymore.
But I don't.
Yeah,
use
I don't know.
Google Assistant?
I stopped using it.
Wow.
I use them to say, read me my message or send a text message or make a phone call.
See, I'd be lost without Google Assistant because I have Google speakers all over the house.
Well, and so I have Google speakers too, but actually the only time I ever use Google speakers now is to just set a timer when I'm cooking
I turn
food.
all my lights
That's it.
on and off. I turn lights on and off in almost every room with my speakers.
Well, yeah, I'm currently not like in my own place, so I don't have any of that set up right now. So yeah.
You know what? You see what Six said? They never put the cow other speaker out. That speaker was worse than air power. They kept showing it, never came out.
That's right. That's true.
I forgot about that.
And nobody talks about anymore about the HomePod. Is that what was called? A HomePod,
yeah.
the Apple HomePod.
Mhm.
That's
Well, the problem with the other speaker is that it was utterly ridiculous. So,
Oh my god.
what's that, Will?
I said the HomePod came out. The other speaker didn't come out.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
it's true. Yeah.
But nobody talks about it because it was Samsung. If Apple did that again, it would be memes and all kind of nonsense.
Yes,
Hey.
Ellie says the same thing as me. She hits that thing sometimes and Bixby turns
Oh,
on.
I used to do that when I had my S9. I did it all the time. Hey, real quick, I saw there was a thing for these Apple made wheels. Is that for their
Did you see that video that Lou made?
No. But wait, why
he took the wheels and made it took the side off the MacBook and made a skateboard out of it.
with the wheels? Well, wait a minute. Why are the wheels $700? Is there a
I have
reason
no
for
idea.
it?
Because Apple
it's
says
Apple?
it's Apple. Wait a minute. The same time the wheels came out, this came out. Okay. All right. That there's the like, what is going on here? Are we covering our bases?
So Apple's just wheeling and dealing. Is that it? Okay.
Jerome, the keyboard came out for the iPad like a week or 2 weeks before. The wheels are expensive because that the computer, I think you spec it out, it's like $40,000. I guess they figured
$40,000?
whatever they
Yeah,
want.
it's supposedly crazy.
Never went to Jerome, go to the Apple site and build a what's it called? A Mac, what is it? A Mac
I
Pro?
don't know what it's called. I don't.
Go there and build one.
Well,
I have a
that-
5-year-old MacBook Pro.
He took the side off the MacBook and put the wheels in the holes, and he made a skateboard out of the freaking thing. Almost
Did it
killed
work?
himself.
Jerome, it's like a studio machine. The mount for the monitor, I think, was it $1,000?
Oh, it's called a Mac Pro. Is that what it is? Oh, here
Yeah.
it is. Yeah, I remember seeing this. People kept calling it a cheese grater or whatever.
Yeah.
Exactly, and that's what he put the wheels in to make his skateboard. Now, because the wheels turned completely around, he almost went on his butt.
Wow. So yeah, it starts at $6,000.
Yep.
And then you can upgrade it to whatever. Jesus.
I think you can upgrade it almost to $30,000.
It's like $35,000, I think.
Yeah. No, actually, right now I have it priced at $51,399.
Why not?
Wait, I'm not done yet. I could still keep pricing it higher.
You get one for the bedroom, one for the bathroom. Okay.
Yeah, you might as well go out and get the camera that MKBHD uses, the cheapest
This is
version.
rich people problems,
Being
guys.
$58,000.
You got to get the wheels and the monitor too, and the monitor stand. Then
Yep.
then you'll be doing something.
There you go. There you go.
Jesus. Wow. Yeah, I'll build my own PC. I'm cool. I'm straight.
But it won't run. It won't run Mac OS.
That's okay.
Is it true?
Are
that
you
Apple
joking,
don't
Will?
have
Wait, what do you mean?
What?
Well, what won't
No, I'm
work?
saying if he
If
he
I
said,
build my
I said it won't run Mac OS.
it's okay.
It won't be the price of a car.
Yeah, but if you get the Mac that has the cheese grater, then you could have mac and cheese.
God, George. I'm just
Hey,
yeah.
I didn't say my humor wasn't cheesy. Oh, and for those who came in late, all those records you're seeing going behind my back, these are about maybe a quarter of the songs that I've sung in bands over the years. I'm just expressing me.
How do you guys feel about the LG Velvet? How do you guys feel about that?
Did I see pricing over $700?
Over $700.
Video,
No.
yeah. Like no chance.
Yeah.
The LG Velvet just sealed the Pixel 5's fate.
Yeah, and because I kept saying I want the Pixel 5 to be worth or to be priced under $500, but
Right.
now that the LG Velvet got priced at $700, who knows what they're going to price the Pixel 5 at?
Google's going to be like $12.99.
Yeah, for me, by the time the month is out, I'll have a Pixel 4a and I will have the TCL 10 Pro.
Wait,
I'm probably gonna buy the Pixel 4a just to test it.
I'm probably going to get those two phones this month.
is Google going to do like they did when the Pixel 3 XL came out, where they try to not show you the front? Are they going to do that at the back of the phone? When the Pixel 5 comes out, they're going to avoid showing you the back. They're going to.
It might not look like that. We don't know that.
That thing is so ugly.
It might not look like
God,
that.
that thing is terrible. Can you even imagine what would a case look like for that?
I don't know.
What the horseshoe in the back?
Yeah, nobody.
Yeah.
At least my OnePlus at least was an Oreo cookie. Okay, it was a cookie, not a horseshoe.
Oh God.
That thing is ugly, man.
But it's just like I was saying too. If the LG Velvet is $700, that has a Snapdragon 765 chipset, and you can get a OnePlus 7T right now for $500 that uses a Snapdragon 8. What is it? An 855?
855,
Like,
plus.
why would you buy? Why would an 855 plus? Why would you buy an LG Velvet? Why?
Yeah,
It's probably better on LG.
The screen's better.
The camera.
You think the camera? Oh well, yeah.
And people know the name LG. Nobody knows OnePlus.
That's true. That's true. General public, that's true.
I guess for me, just out of pure performance, I wouldn't buy that over it, especially considering it's a $200 difference too in price.
That's why to me this new TCL 10, both the L and the Pro, they look like good buys.
Yeah. That phone's getting a lot of praise.
How much is that TCL 10 Pro?
The 10 Pro looks like it's going to be $450.
$450.
So I was going to get the 10L until I saw all the 10 Pro videos today, and I'm like, no, I got to get the Pro.
What's the chipset on the TCL 10 Pro? Do you know?
It's a 775, and the L has the 765.
Oh, I didn't
really?
even know
They didn't go with MediaTek, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Hold on, let me look here.
You know what, Mike? I think all those TCL, because everybody's talking about them on Twitter. What's that one they were like giving it away? Because everybody's praising it, saying it's amazing.
Right.
And then I seen somebody say, well, we just had the phone for a day and we can't say nothing bad yet. So
certain people I trust, like TK Bay and John Williams, they're saying good things about the cameras. And John put up the front-facing camera on the TCL.
It's a 675. It's a Snapdragon 675 for
675, and the other one's a 665, I think. But the front camera looked really awesome.
I don't know. I'm
probably going to get the Pixel 4a and that, but
they're only showing two on their website.
450 though. 450 for a 6. You know what? I guess I'm so hung up on chipsets. It's just 450 for a 675 though. I mean, you could.
But it's a lot better than the 10L, which is only $250.
The 4A is going to be $400 with
Yeah.
the 700 chipset.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I you know what, I've never used either, so I can't really.
I haven't tried a TCL phone before, but based on who I trust, I'm probably going to get that.
Jerome,
But I decided the Pro over the.
What up, Will?
you're not gonna buy no TCL, man.
No. I know because I want to try a 700 series chipset
You're
out.
like me, man. You're not gonna do it.
I know.
You want the flagship. You don't care. You just want.
Well, that's the thing. It's like I was
like putting out some of the more budget phones to see what they're like.
I know, and like that's great. But even though I keep saying I'm not going to spend whatever, I feel like I'm still going to end up buying a Pixel 5, whatever they price it at, and I'll
probably will.
Pro.
Wait a minute. What happens if this TCL, for whatever their pricing they're saying, and the camera is great, but we all know that everybody talks about the 7 Plus. The camera is not that great, not the greatest, but yet it's got the 855 Plus in it. Well, I mean.
You mean the 7C?
I guess I'm real directing this question to Jerome. Is you're kind of hung on the processor. What happens to that camera? It really does really good.
Let me tell you right now. TCL already said that their cameras are going to be garbage. They even admitted that their cameras aren't going to be.
Really? They did.
Everybody's talking.
Everybody's swearing by them.
Everybody's saying that this is the most amazing phone in the world. That's why I find it funny.
Who's saying this?
Go on.
This is why I don't watch other reviewers, so I have no idea. They've been saying that.
I know who I trust. So
Go on Twitter and type in TCL, and people are raving about the phone.
Yeah, they are.
I did see one person. He posted a picture, and it was bad. The one camera was good, but the wide angle was bad.
Wait, so people have been getting the
which one is that one that everybody got, George? The TCL.
Everybody got the 10L first, but today everybody had the Pro. The same people had the Pro.
You go on Twitter. Everybody.
He had both the other day. So, and he's a guy I've met a bunch of times, and John Williams, of course, I've met a bunch of times, and I trust those guys. You know?
And I'm just like, nah, I can't. I can't believe it. I would never buy it, but I just can't.
I'll be making up my own mind, so you'll end up seeing it on one of the two on my channel. So.
Max Wanda.
Big House said the TCL 10 Pro looks great.
I agree. I was going to get the 10L first until the 10 Pro has much better specs.
Mike, Big Dog's here. You gotta check who's
where.
He's in the room.
Is he? Hold on. I'm catching it.
No, I like. So
okay.
I'm looking at some of the pictures, and like they don't look bad at all.
See, it's great.
Well, it may be.
I can't buy it. I won't buy it.
No.
Well, we knew you are, but you're just like Jerome. You want the top phone. Can't post. I'm the one who buys most of the budget phones, and Mike buys some of them too, right, Mike?
I've bought my only budget. I bought my only phone for the year, and this.
No, but you have bought budget phones.
Phones,
before.
yes, I have. Yes, I have.
The pictures are surprisingly good. They're surprisingly good for what it is. If these are legit, they look pretty good from what I'm seeing.
Yeah, the pictures I've seen look pretty good.
I would just buy it just to test the camera out. Then I'd just return the shit.
Yeah, that's a smart thing for you to do, Jerome.
I know it is a smart thing for me to do, and I'm not afraid to say it because I'm very transparent at this point.
So.
Oh man!
No, I'm glad you guys shared that with me because I don't keep up with other reviewers. I try to, but I don't know. It's just I'm so busy anyway that I don't have time. But those pictures don't look bad. They don't. Wait, so George, the camera on the Pro was going to be better than the L. Is that what people are saying?
Yes.
The Pro has like 5 cameras. Did I see in the back?
I don't
need 5 cameras. I just want.
And the processor, of course, is a little bit better. And the 10L is 250. That sounds like the Pro is going to be 450.
Huh. Well, now I'm going to have to do a little research on this.
Okay. Yeah, I
Wait,
think it's
so
going to end
none
up.
of these are available right now, though. I couldn't buy one.
No, you can't get
No, it seems like reviewers are getting
Since
it.
they all
I'm
got
a
the
reviewer.
report today and yesterday, I got to think it's going to be pretty soon that we're going to be able to buy it. I'm
Interesting.
already on the list, so hopefully I'll get an email.
Huh. Okay.
Oh, I'm looking at a back of a. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like
Jesus.
Yeah,
What
four.
are you
Yeah.
doing?
4. It looks like in 2 flashes. I don't know.
They don't
Yeah,
need-
they have
I'm so
two
tired of these
flash on
companies
both
putting
sides.
18
That's
cameras
true.
on the back of their phones.
Yes, and they have two flashes on both sides.
They do have to. Okay. All right.
Yes. Yeah.
And this is TCL's answer. And meanwhile, they dropped. Was it? They were making
Alcatel.
Blackberries and
And
Alcatels,
Alcatel, yeah.
and they pretty much dropped them, right?
But I think they're making better phones than they made for either one of them.
Yeah. The Alcatels were real.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Except for
Well, the Alcatel 4 was kind of okay. I had that one.
the 3. Was there a 3 before
Actually, I
that?
had the 3 and I had the 4. And
4, yeah, they were.
4 was the better of the two.
Yeah.
But for the price, they were pretty good. You know.
Oh, so wait, George, the TCL phone, the TCL Pro 10, it's got a curved screen and it's 5G.
10,
Is that why
10
everybody's crazy
I don't
about it?
think it's 5G. I didn't think
I'm looking at a thing. They said it's 5G.
Are you?
no, and that's why it's 450.
I just Googled it. It says
I don't buy phones because they're 5G because there's not enough 5G to make it worth my while. But if it's 5G, I'll take it. I don't care.
I
But
don't know.
that's probably why it's 200 above the L. You know, that makes sense. But and who gets the blame for that? You know, Snapdragon does. They're the ones charging out the wazoo for anything that has 5G in it.
I'm looking. I'm seeing that was an old thing. Maybe it doesn't have 5G. I don't know. I'm not
Yes, it's 6 gigs of RAM, 128 memory, and USF.
And that's the other thing. The L has 64 gigabytes of RAM. The Pro has 128.
128.
Yeah.
128.
How much RAM is on it?
6.
6 gigabytes.
128.
And
I think the L is 4 and 64.
it has the 2.1 storage, the UFS storage.
It's 2.1 or 3.1?
2.1.
Oh, it's 2.1. So it's
And they
At least they put that in there
Yeah, they
'Cause
both
they-
have SD cards.
because the
Yeah.
Pixel 3A used what was it? They used that older storage for memory storage.
Oh god.
yeah. I'll just test it out for a
Yeah.
camera.
Yeah, that's the thing to do. It's the
Yeah.
thing to do.
Interesting.
Oh, Big Dog had the Alcatel 5S.
Does Alcatel still make phones? Did I
know.
ask you guys
Yeah,
that?
I
pretty
haven't
much.
seen one in a couple of years.
If they're making flip phones,
Yeah.
but they're now back down to like the flip phones, and they're
Oh,
really,
are they?
real.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they ain't doing much right now. So I don't know what.
I think maybe TCL waited until they put out for what they're charging, what they thought was good for the price, and I think they may have succeeded at that. You know,
Let's
so
see.
basically, they use BlackBerry and Alcatel for practice. You know,
Maybe.
Me and Jerome are only ones who had the SE,
right?
and Jerome's one thing was the camera was not the best to your
Camera.
to your,
No. Here's the thing. The camera is still really good. I
It's
think the
good,
camera-
but it wasn't.
Well, it's not top. It's not the top, and I think I should. I knew that coming in.
Right.
No,
But you
camera's
sound
still
like you were
great.
disappointed with the night shots.
Yeah, but it's not. Here's the thing: is like I would still recommend that phone to people because I think it's still one of the better cameras out there, especially for the price.
Mhm.
Yeah,
It's
and
not going to beat.
I would too. Not even have had it. I would also recommend it.
Yeah, it's not going to beat. It's not going to beat the Pixel 4a. I'll tell you that much.
Jerome, wait,
Pixel
wait.
4a will have the better camera.
Look at what Ellie is saying in the comments. She
What's
still
that?
has the Idol 4S, and that's the one I had too.
Windows phone, a Windows Idol
never-
4S.
I've never had Alcatel.
Jerome, is it going to beat the Pixel 3A?
What? The iPhone SE?
Yeah.
Man,
Aren't they the same price? The regular 3A and the SE, weren't they both $400 when they launched?
I'll be
Yeah.
right back.
yeah,
bud.
but the
And I think the
3A is
Memory, right? The
What's
same
that?
storage. The same storage, I think.
yeah. Well, the 3A is what the 3A is $300 now though.
Yeah. Exactly. So it's $100 less.
Yeah, it's $100 less for the 3A.
Here's the 3A.
Yeah, there you go. I think the 4A is going to be a decent phone. I think
so too.
Yeah.
I was towards it, and then I was like, well, maybe not. But now I'm back, and I'm probably going to get that and the TCL 10 Pro, and then I'll be done for a while.
The 4A is going to be great because it'll be like a Pixel.
Yeah. With better battery.
Yeah, better battery,
better looking display.
Huge bezel.
Wow. Maybe not better looking, but like a better design. A better design.
It looks more modern, so it's going to be great. But that's what I'm saying. So Jerome, if you had to recommend somebody a phone, what would you tell them to get? The iPhone or the Pixel
4A?
Well, I'm going to say 4A now because it's coming. So yeah, 4A. Let's say they're both the same price.
That's tough.
And operating system doesn't matter. They don't care.
That's the thing. I think for me the question would be, how long do you plan on keeping your phone for?
To me, if photos, if cameras count to you, I say you have to get a 4A.
Yeah, I think the 4A will still give you the better camera, but the iPhone SE is no slouch.
No, I agree.
From
what I've seen, I agree.
Are you? Let me ask you real quick. I'm sorry, I had.
No, you're
fine. All of a sudden, I had my window open and the storm started pouring through the window here. Do you, Jerome, feel that somebody's going to need to replace the battery? And I think I made that comment in your somebody's like in 2.5 years, because of how.
For sure.
You
I mean, either that or buy one of those battery packs that you put on the case because it's a small phone already. Yeah. But yeah, that battery is not gonna. I mean,
it's not going to make 5 years.
Hold on. My 11 Pro.
Mm-hmm.
How long have I had this? This came out in September. So how long have I had it now?
When did you get it? Like
7 months.
7 months.
Okay.
My battery on here now after 7 months. Hold on. Let me just check this and make sure. Battery health is at. So you probably can't see it there, but my battery health is at 93% already.
What do you use to charge?
I use the fast charger that it came with, that it comes with. That's all I do.
See, Apple wasn't lying. That fast charger isn't good for your phone.
So yeah, I'm at 93% now after 7 months. Who knows what that's going to be after a year? I can only imagine how quickly the
but don't use the fast charger. Use that.
How do you know it's the fast charger?
It's gotta be. It's gotta be though.
What are you at, George?
99%.
Yeah,
how
but
long
you
have
don't
owned your iPhone 11?
Yeah, but he hasn't.
Yeah, I mean, I use mine heavily. I use my iPhone 11 Pro heavily. It's been my daily driver for a long time.
Because I promised my subscribers a long time ago, I will always go out with an Android phone and an iPhone. So I have to take it with me every day.
But,
so I use it
you don't, I know Jerome.
I stream on this phone a lot. Okay. This particular, I use this more for streaming than my Android phones.
You watch video? You like streaming, like watching TV or movies?
I watch a lot of TV. I have a pastor that I listen to 6 nights a week on Facebook. I usually do it on this phone.
Mm-hmm.
I do more streaming on this phone than I do any of my other phones. So, and a lot of it is because of Jerome and Will, because I'm always checking this.
I forgot I went for a walk yesterday and I forgot my watch and I was so upset.
Oh, no, doesn't that I see it?
I was so mad. And then I came back and I'm like, I'm not going to close any of these rings. None of it's going to happen today.
But you did, didn't you?
Yesterday, not yesterday.
Okay, no, you didn't at the end of the day. Okay.
Yeah.
What freaks me out when the days when we're in the afternoon and Will is still at 0. I hate when he does that because it's like, Will, do something. Yeah.
Well, Six has a good point there. 6 says, but George doesn't, but the 11 does not have the fast charger. So you don't use the fast charger, right, George?
No, mine
does. So you might be right, Will.
Maybe
the fast charger is killing it.
When I first got mine, before I got the replacement, I was at like 96%, something like that, and that was in January.
You were using the fast charger then too, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
So you haven't been using the fast charger to charge your iPhone?
Yeah, I have. Yeah,
You
but I got
have?
a new one now.
Oh,
I got a replacement. So
yeah. I should ask my buddy. So my buddy has an iPhone 11 Pro. He bought it on day one, and
Right.
he uses it. I should ask him.
You should
I
ask him
wonder
what he
what
said,
his.
yeah.
Yeah, I wonder what his battery health is
Yeah,
at.
I'm sorry. And Jerome, you got the regular Pro. You don't have the Max, right?
I don't have the Max. I have the 11 Pro. Yeah.
Did you find the smaller size?
that size is perfect,
On the SE? Did you like the smaller size?
So here, yeah, I did like the smaller size. You know what's kind of weird to me is I have been complaining about my Pixel 4 because I felt like I was always fat fingering the keyboard on my Pixel 4.
Okay.
And then I had my iPhone, the iPhone SE, which is even smaller, but I wasn't fat fingering on the keyboard.
man.
And I'm just like, why is this? Why is it
Google
like this?
Keyboard is different. Google's keyboard isn't as good as the iPhone.
But you know what I find when I use the Samsung keyboard, my S20, I'm always fat fingering something. When I use Gboard, I never fat finger
It's
it.
better. Yeah.
Yeah.
Aren't the iPhone keys like the keyboard? It's bigger, right? They give you more space.
Yes, it is.
Like Google,
Yes, it is.
Google crammed in a whole bunch of stuff.
Maybe
on
that's
that
what
keyboard.
it is.
Settings,
but
buttons,
Google
and
is better than
emoji
Samsung, I'll tell you
faces,
that.
and all kind of stuff.
But yeah, the iPhone keyboard gives you a nice
It's
room.
bigger. It gives you more space.
The fact that you can't turn the numbers on, you have to keep switching to get the numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah, but can't you long?
Have it all at once.
Hmm.
Never mind.
Well, anyway, Mike, yeah, I don't mind the small size at all. It was actually
Yeah.
it's been fine for me. I didn't even really think about it much after I started using it.
And if you
And
look-
actually, when I picked up my iPhone 11 Pro after like a couple of days, I'm like, man, this phone is big.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
yeah.
the Android Central's podcast this week, the girl that they had on, who's kind of their Apple expert, I guess, she absolutely
loves
loves it because
Yeah.
her favorite phone of all time was the iPhone 4. Phone back.
Okay.
Hmm. Big House
So-
is asking, were you typing in landscape on the SE, Jerome? No, I wasn't. No, I wasn't.
You should have told him only when you were laying on your side.
Yeah, George. Did you guys see that one phone that has the pop-up camera on the side of the phone?
That turned me off.
Did it really?
You've been
So-
fascinating in your video, right?
Yeah, were you watching that stream,
Yeah.
George? Yeah. So
that turned me off.
what company was that?
I don't
that's
even
making
remember.
it? I forgot already.
Hey,
But
you're the one who streams. You're the
I
one.
know it was called the Legion phone. God, who made that now? Lenovo? Maybe Lenovo? I don't know.
Oh,
Anyway,
Oh, no, really?
No,
anyway,
TCL.
it's a
was
a
Lenovo.
pop-up camera, but on the side because it's
Oh,
meant for like landscape. So like maybe if you're streaming and you want to like stream and use landscape, then they put it on the side. It's a gaming phone.
you know.
Yeah, Big House says it.
Oh,
As
okay.
soon as I saw it, something about it turned me off. Of course, I'm just weird, but
I mean, it's not. It's different. I got to give them credit for being different. I
and you
guess
kept saying that. That's
I
true.
did. Yeah. I don't know.
What's this here? Yeah. Anyway, oh, by the way, one thing I experienced today with my SE was I had to use it to play music because I'm working with somebody else in the office.
Okay.
And so I put on XM radio. I'm like, oh boy, this is going to kill the battery. But all right, I got my charging cord anyway. It was the weirdest thing. It was at 100%, and then I put it on, and like lunchtime, 1:00, I put the music on around 8. And I sure enough figure I pick it up around 1 and look at it. It only used like 8% of battery.
That's great.
Wow.
And I
Great.
know, I know,
Wow.
streaming music all that time to a Bluetooth speaker.
So, what do you find that SEs work better in Delaware than Chicago?
No, I think the screen wasn't on, but that's
Yeah.
still great. That's still great battery life.
That was,
Sure.
that was, but man, as soon as I started, texting, made a phone call, did some shopping, watched a video, did a few things during my lunch break. I'm like, all of a sudden it chopped another 6% off right
Okay.
there. So it's going to be interesting, but I'm definitely keeping it for the long haul.
How are you liking it so far?
I'm liking it. I'm liking it. This the size has its positive and negatives. The biggest positive I like is definitely one-handed use.
Yeah.
It's definitely nice to Touch ID and just throw it in the pocket and just go instead of having this big bulky.
Am I the only one that can use the vast majority of phones with one hand? No, I can't.
Yeah.
I cannot do that with this Moto. It's too big.
Yeah, I can't. I
can do it with my S20 because it's thinner.
So, hey, Android Stud, hey, how you doing?
What up, Leo?
Yeah,
Leo, how are you, sir? Oh, you missed all the Apple talk. I know you're disappointed.
Yeah.
we can talk about it again.
Yeah.
Oh, we can run it back. Man.
Yeah.
I love that.
Android Stud, did you get? Oh yeah, hey, Stud, did you happen to get the? You get in on this TCL phone? I'm just curious.
He said not yet.
No, okay. I thought maybe I saw some people. Yeah.
Oh, I got a couple of new cases from my UAG from my Moto G stylus, so I'll be putting that up tomorrow morning.
Nice.
How's that Moto G stylus holding for you, George?
It's been fine, but I'm not using it as much as I'm using the iPhone and the S20, but I'm using it just about every day. But it's been holding up nicely. But the night, it puts this reddish tinge on things. But in daytime, it takes great pictures. But at the night side is nowhere near as good.
So when did people start getting this TCL 10 Pro?
In the last few days.
Oh, not the 10 Pro. They just got. Nobody gives me free phones anymore. That ship has failed for me. Jerome's too real now. Forget
3
it.
days ago, a few of them were getting Saturday. TK Bay.
You don't ask for them, right? Jerome, you gotta ask for them.
Nah,
That's why.
I'm not going to bow down to these guys.
Guys like TK, they don't have to ask for them. They just get sent it. But see, TK works for XDM.
XDA.
XDA. He
then for
travels
sure.
around the world for XDA, so he gets sent everything.
Yeah, I should have stuck it out with Android Police, but
yeah.
Nah, no thanks. It's fine too.
Yes, that's the only reason I know, because I've run into him.
I just run my own rules, man.
Oh man.
Is it just me or is the tech world getting quiet?
Jerome is funny.
I've been getting
huh?
Jerome is funny.
You mean in terms of what?
Jerome
the only thing that came out is the TCL phone.
That's only in the last week.
Mike, there's been Mike.
But I'm talking about normally,
came out. Mike, the SE came out. The Pixel Buds came out.
Yeah, but
the
I
Google.
don't know,
just that the 4A is coming.
I don't think it's getting quiet, and you've got.
There hasn't been a phone release, and all of a sudden we found some kind of major catastrophe with it. There we go. That's why.
With what? With what though?
I don't know. It comes by like the Pixel when the Pixel 2 came out and they had the bluish.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Those
people are mad about the OnePlus. They're saying something's wrong with the screen. I've seen a lot of people complaining about the screen.
On that. There's Black Crush on it. Yeah. There is that too. It's what though, Mike. I just think it's because it's the same stuff over and over and over and over and over again. And I think people are just getting tired of it. And not only that, but the fact that when somebody buys a new phone, they're probably keeping it for a couple years, so they stop looking at reviews. They're like, well, why am I going to watch these reviews?
That's true.
Yeah. So I mean, it could be a ton of things. Who knows?
As long as they have me, they'll have somebody who gets excited for new phones.
There you go.
Mike, that's what I told Jerome earlier, Mike. Jerome said he got ripped off because he paid $800 for his Pixel 4. I told him in the stream, you got to keep the phone for more than a year. That's how you get your money's worth.
That is how you make your money. That's true.
You won't feel ripped off no more. And it's not like, at least it's not like a Samsung where they're gonna radically change the phone next year. You already know Google's gonna bring you 99% of whatever's coming to the Pixel 5.
Yeah,
and you might as well just keep
the battery.
Yeah.
They're only gonna increase the battery like 50 milliamps. You already know. That's what Google does every year.
Well, it should.
They're going to have all kind of rumors. They're going to have rumors like 5,000 milliamps. We heard it's coming on the Pixel 5.
Mike,
and then when it comes out,
the
Pixel 4.
Things are happening, look how people got excited about the V60. A lot of people did.
The Pixel 4 battery is going to be like 2,900 milliamps. I mean, the
Good
Pixel
point,
5,
guys.
and then the other one is going to be like 38.
What
They
is it
still
right now?
won't reach 4,000.
Before at again? I forgot. Do you guys know?
I don't even know.
Hey, Gary.
Google's
But-
not even going to
Gary
reach
being
4,000. Wow.
Well, but maybe at least it'll be better on battery life because it's going to have a 700 chipset. But
But see, that's the thing. See, you're so worried about the chipset that you think that it's going to be a negative. That might make the battery last, and you don't game on your phone, so you might not even know the
Right.
difference.
no, that's
And
true.
Gary, you've got a point. I do unboxing because I think people expect them. But for me, I'm going to show you what the camera does every chance I get. That's what I do.
Yeah.
And so
That's why-
Jerome does the
Jerome.
same.
Yeah, that's why when I got the
Jerome.
iPhone SE, I didn't even unbox that. There's no
The
point.
battery in the Pixel 4 is 2,800.
2800. So it'll be
They might it'll be like 2,950.
no,
Don't worry.
no. It'll be at least 3,000. It'll be at
Focus
least
3000.
I don't think Google's going up that much because I don't
Come
think from
on,
the
it's just
from the
200
3.
Yeah.
Wait. Let me see the Pixel 3 battery. How big was that one? Hold on. Because I don't think they went up that far with that one because everybody was complaining. Let me see.
But it seems like people are complaining more about the Pixel 4 battery.
No, I think people complained about the Pixel 4 because the iPhone 11 Pro killed it in battery.
Oh, yeah, but the iPhone 11 regular kills most phones in battery.
Yeah.
Oh, you know why? You know what happened? It says on the Verizon site the Pixel 3 battery was 2,915. So Google went backwards.
Okay.
Google went backwards. That's
Well, it's
why
not
it
only
got-
that. I mean, think about it. The Pixel 4 also has 90 hertz refresh
Yeah,
rate.
and it's got Soli.
Now, what's Gary saying is 3,200 milliamps? Is he saying that's the Pixel
maybe
4?
that's the 4
Is that the Pixel 4 XL?
Oh, maybe so. Okay. Yeah.
Why is the 4A? I think the 4A battery is bigger than the other one. The RAM is the same. I don't understand how you can make the budget phone be better. That is crazy.
Because that's
crazy.
Google, man.
Yeah, that's
Google, I
Google.
mean, you
That
know
makes
the answer
no
to that.
sense. That is so.
I just googled it anyway. It's supposedly 3080 is the 4A's battery.
Yeah,
gonna be.
38 is the 4A.
Yeah,
So there you go, Will. It might
That
be
phone,
3,000.
that phone is gonna last forever because the screen is scaled down.
Mm.
It's gonna last forever. It doesn't have Soli.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the big thing it doesn't have.
Jerome, did you turn on that feature?
Oh no! And actually, I'll ask that to you, Mike and George. Well, actually, I don't
They
know.
don't have it.
Yeah, you
They
guys
don't have a
it.
Pixel 4.
No,
I
I
had a Pixel 4, and it does, Jerome. It has a. They called it something aware or something where, like the guy said in the stream, if you're near the phone, it turns on the screen.
Who said that
But
today? I forgot. I'm
Somebody
gonna,
in the stream.
I'm gonna turn it on right now.
It kills your battery though.
I know. That's why I turned it off. That's why I turned off.
everybody
Brian
said
told me
that.
to also turn off. What was it that he told me to turn off a while ago? And that really helped
Well-being,
my battery.
digital well-being.
Yeah. As soon as I turned off digital well-being, that helped my battery a lot more.
I would turn off digital well-being on all my phones because I find it totally
Yeah.
useless.
Well,
I don't
yeah,
need
but-
anybody telling me how much
I was going to
use.
say,
Mike,
Joe.
look at the comments.
what? Do you support justice? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, who's that?
I have no idea.
No idea.
What is he talking about?
I have
I have
no
no
idea.
idea.
I'm
The only Noah I know
You know
is Johnny.
you know what happened on my
He's-
stream? On my stream today when I came in there, someone just kept saying, "Say my name, say my name, say my name." And as soon as I said it, he left. I'm like, oh, okay.
Well, you satisfied the guy. That's good.
Oh,
Yeah, I think he just has fun going into the live streams and says, say my name. I'm like,
His name. Okay. Somebody thinks his name that much more power to him.
God.
Did you see it? You see the one guy leaving comments saying, "Would you be my friend?"
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
so,
Ted or something.
yeah, it's a
Yeah,
spam.
that guy I think is in a bunch of different because Serrano's had him in his too,
Oh man.
and so have I. Yeah.
I forgot my point. Oh no, and you know it's funny because it's like I have to turn digital well-being off. I have to turn Soli off. I have to change that on my Pixel 4. Ask me what I changed on my iPhone to say
gotta
Nothing.
You gotta
Nothing.
turn the phone
Nothing.
off.
nothing.
Did you ever adjust the how you got your screen brightness? You adjust it to your or do you let it be automatic on
I usually
both
just
phones?
leave it at default.
See, I never go automatic. I put all my phones at 75 to 80%, and they stay there forever.
You got to turn the whole phone off, Jerome.
There goes.
But no, my question is for Android studies. Can I have a Fortnite skin?
Do I have?
Leo, you already have a friend because I see you hanging out with the man's best friend all the time.
Do I have moderator access here?
I don't know. You want me to?
No. I don't want to do. I want to ask.
I don't know. How do you?
I want to ask Aiden to ask that question again. Ask me again, Aiden. I'll give you an answer.
How do I enable you? Manage
you actually found what he's talking about?
No, I just want to. No, I don't know what he's talking about. Will's laughing because he knows what I'm talking about. It's fine. I don't have moderator access.
Mike's got to do it.
I'm trying to find
Mike, you just got to go click on his name.
Well, he's got to leave a comment.
Jerome, you got to comment.
Huh?
Jerome, comment. Yeah.
Oh, Android son.
Okay, there.
Oh God.
Where are you?
Mike, you just commented. You gotta look at
okay, I got it.
YouTube stream. Aiden, ask me one more time and I will tell you for sure. Just ask me.
There we go.
Anyway,
we're not going to get nasty in here, are we? I hope not.
No.
No. Will, don't leave us. Stay here.
No,
so what else? I'm trying to think of
what is comedy gold?
Nothing. Wait, let's talk about that.
Mr. Gomer TV, that's not going to work on me. That's not going to work on me. You're not Aiden, whatever his name. Oh, there you go. Aiden, real quick, to answer your question,
the OnePlus.
I hope that helped.
The OnePlus 8 is old already because they're already working. What is that? A 65 watt fast charger now. Mm-hmm. See, Mike, like you were saying in that article, we are beta testers because they already had that charger ready.
Oh, that's right.
And they're making a new charger for the new phone that's coming out in like 5 months. That's terrible.
That is true.
That's terrible.
Well, they did have to test it before they released it, so you don't end up being a beta tester.
Yeah, really.
Oh my God.
Well, there's going to be something else we'll have to beta. There'll be another thing that'll be beta testing anyway.
He's almost knocking them for not releasing it before it's time.
No, George. You really think that it wasn't ready?
I think
George, it's already.
I don't think OnePlus releases stuff when it's not ready.
It's already out on who is it? Oppo. Oppo already has it. OnePlus is just going to get it from them.
Yes, OnePlus didn't have it.
They're painting it. They're going to paint it a different color, and they're going to call it the OnePlus.
It's already out on Oppo. How long has it been out on Oppo?
And they're going to call it the OnePlus Warp Charge 65.
How long has it been out on Oppo?
I don't know, but it's out.
But if it's been out 2 weeks, and OnePlus couldn't possibly have put it in the last phone. That's my point.
But George, they
can't even get it right to be on Verizon. So I don't know what
they got it right to make money. That's all. That's terrible, man. That's terrible. You buy the phone. Until they're ready. George, that's just a reason for you to buy the next phone. That's going to be one of the features. 65 watt.
But they've always made the TV something.
That's terrible.
That's how they've done it for years.
That's terrible. To have a release schedule like that is terrible. Man.
I think what Will's trying to say is
just stop releasing the phone once every 6 months and change it.
Yeah, that's
so they're taking
$1,000, George. That's crazy.
Yeah, they're taking one new feature that they could have put on the 8 or whatever, and they're holding off on it so that they could release it on the 18th.
It's possible, but that's just good business if it works for them. But I mean, you're complaining about the release schedule 4 years later. What sense does that make?
Nah, George. It's been a complaint, but come on now. They weren't doing the charger thing before. They would do something with a camera.
But they did something. They did something with the bed, but they did something better every time the TV came out. So I don't see what the complaint is.
This is different. This is different.
It's not different.
That's terrible. It is. That's different.
We disagree with you.
That's different, George. George, you support when big companies screw us, but this is bad.
I don't support them.
You do. You do. George, you're like, it's their company, they can do whatever they want.
I'm the guy who would take somebody into an alley for screwing somebody, remember? And only one of us is walking out. So I don't support anybody screwing over
Unless it was a big company.
I can't agree with that, man. I can't. But
I disagree with you 100%.
I can't.
I'm still stuck
This allows them to
in
bite.
the alleyway right now. Whoa.
That's what Brian said.
People who screw over
you're right.
people. I try to be as loving to everybody
I
else.
know.
Brian's right.
I
It
just
allows
don't
them
like
to
to
bump
see
the
people
price
take
up twice a
advantage of
year.
people.
That's all.
Well, Jerome doesn't like to see people take advantage of people either.
No. Well, no, I say that all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
They're allowed to bump the price up twice a year. That's all this is doing.
That's what they do. Yeah, that's what they
That's
always
crazy.
do. Nothing new about
That release schedule is terrible, though.
that. Okay. Well,
I mean,
It's like when they did the 5, George. Look, they released the OnePlus 5
right.
with the zoom lens and came out with the 5T and took the zoom lens away from the phone.
Well, 5T was the first one I bought.
That was a feature.
Right.
Come on, that's trash, man.
And you know, did you see they're going to bring back always on display supposedly?
Supposedly, yes.
It's supposed to be coming to all of them.
Yeah. But they took it away. It was there before.
It came out in the beginning.
It's gotten to be a demand among the general populace, and I think all the phone companies are aware of that. I think that's why it's coming so much now.
I don't know. I never use it because it kills the battery.
I love it.
Really, I love it.
Yeah, I use it all the time on any phone that I have it on, and I'm not turning it off, and I never turn my display.
The only one I like is, though, you don't need it on, is the Moto phone because it came on now.
Yeah,
so that's exactly what I was talking about, Mike.
Moto has the best display.
So when you pick it up.
Well, not even when you pick it up. The fact that, right, Mike, if that Moto G was sitting on your table right now with a black screen and you put your hand over it, would that show the display?
Yeah.
Yes,
so I was asking today. Yes, exactly that. I was because just like the Moto X, like when I had mine.
Exactly.
The question I had today.
The points of the Moto X, wasn't it?
What Moto X? Yeah, my Moto X did it.
Yeah.
No. The question I had that I was asking on my stream earlier today is that's something. Why isn't that implemented on Soli?
It is, Jerome.
Will's saying it is. I have to turn it on my phone.
Jerome, you got to turn it on.
I think you turned it off.
The battery.
Oh my God! Really? Because of the battery?
Jerome turned off everything.
Really?
Jerome.
When I can't go through my whole day because the battery dies, that's an issue.
Mike,
Jerome,
you know why?
Jerome,
Mike,
they put that on the Pixel solely for your benefit.
Oh my God!
Jerome bought the small Pixel. That's why that phone has.
Because I didn't have an issue with my Pixel 3.
You did?
I thought you had XL.
What?
No, he bought the small one.
Oh,
I used to buy all the XL versions, and then when Google gave me when Google gave me a free Pixel 3, I still bought the 3 XL just to be like, well, maybe but I could actually live with the 3. I was fine with it. Hold on here. It's been a while.
That's me with the 3A and probably the 4. I don't need the XL. Well, 4A that's not going to have an XL.
Yeah, Brian, I will admit the Moto.
Yeah, because they use
Moto
the
X
proximity
better.
sensing.
Okay.
Yeah, Gary says there.
Let Jerome try it.
God, where do I go?
For
accessibility.
When I had motion sense, when I had the Pixel, it worked.
I can just search for it. That's right.
Hey, Will. More and more I use this phone.
Jerome is the only guy that turns his Pixel 4 into a Pixel 3A.
That's good. That was good, Leo. That was a good one, Leo.
Yeah, because I don't have to charge my phone at 2 p.m.
There you go. Pick out. There you go. Just for you.
Pixel 3As.
There we go.
That was good.
And wait a minute. I'll give Big House. I'll give you one more.
Yeah,
Twist, and there we go. Camera on.
there you go.
Let me see. Did it flip? Yeah, I flipped it. There we go.
I'd rather double tap, Mike, than for the camera to turn on.
Oh yeah.
Not double tap. On the power button.
Double press on the power
Yeah.
button.
Even I can do that.
Yeah. Oh, you got that too, George.
Hey, the stylus does that too.
Mm-hmm. But that's the best thing about the only thing that God don't change it, Moto. Just keep those features on there forever because that's the nicest thing.
Yeah,
Well, I was going to say the one thing about the G7 is, my God, it is a Pixel. I mean, I think it has a lot of Pixel features.
And you said that before. That's true.
Yeah, but more I use it, I've been, it's on my personal line.
Right.
The more I use it, the more I'm like going, this is my 3A.
Okay. Cool.
So yeah, it's
minus the camera.
You realize it's 1 minute to 10, right?
I see Leo saying here, Jerome, where you going? You're in quarantine, bro. You charge it. Which, like, okay, that's true, but why are you making excuses? Like, there's no point to making an excuse when you know the battery is great. Like, don't be an apologist for a company. Like, they own nothing to you. Like, if the battery's bad, the battery's bad. Like, you could just say that, I mean, yeah, go ahead and charge it, but you can use that excuse for anything.
The battery's bad.
Well, just charge it then.
Pixels don't have good battery.
I'm looking at Ted's comment, double tap, twist, and it just occurred to me, you can shake the phone and turn on the flashlight, and you can twist it and turn it so you can twist and shout.
God, George. I'm like waiting for a real,
The worse it is, the happier I feel about it. Don't you get it?
Oh my God.
Yeah, Jerome, you're right. The Pixels batteries aren't good. They haven't been good yet. The battery's been all right.
The 3A battery is just fine. The
Pixel battery isn't good. The iPhone SE's battery isn't good either. I mean, they're not. I mean, that's how it is.
Thank you, Big House.
But I will. George said the Pixel 3A.
Jerome, you said
3A battery is really good.
Yeah, the 3A battery is just fine. I've never, it's doesn't run that.
Though, the Pixel 4 or the iPhone.
I didn't have enough time to really test on the iPhone SE to tell you which one lasted longer.
The battery's not even 2,000 milliamps. That thing
is
tiny.
I see Gary there saying the XL. Yeah, I mean, that's really what I should have done is I should have just bought the XL, but I had no idea that the battery was going to be the way
I don't think nobody else did either. So,
I mean, I bought it on day one when they launched it.
You see what Leo said.
What? Yeah, it is a bad battery. So what is? Yeah, of course, just charge it. Of course, that's like the simplest answer. You don't think I know I have to charge my phone?
At least he's willing to give you his Nexus 4.
Oh God.
Here we go. Wash hands.
There you go.
All right. Well, listen, it's 10 o'clock. Is anybody know if Team 100's going to come on tonight?
2, actually.
Leo, do you know, are they streaming tonight? Any word on that? So if you can get a comment in real fast and let us know. Any last words? Any last
thoughts? Just get a battery.
Did somebody die or something? Any last words?
Yeah, well, Jerome's battery's going to die. So any last words?
Get a battery case, and I don't even use cases on my phone. Like these are the excuses people have to make. It's like, come on, that's not how it should be.
It shouldn't be, but it's Google, and this year is going to be the same thing. They're going to give us a 3,900 milliamp battery, and solely and all that stuff's going to kill the battery.
They're all jumping on Jerome to get a battery pack now.
That's fine. That's fine. But you know what? I don't need a battery pack for is my iPhone 11 Pro.
There you go.
Like,
or the iPhone 11.
Why are you guys apologizing for that? There really shouldn't be a reason.
Yeah, it's just a bad battery. That's all.
So, Jerome, what part of the fasting are you in right now?
I just started. I finished a 90-hour fast yesterday. So
you did a refeed.
This is going to be my 10th.
So you started today?
This is going to be my 10th back-to-back 90+ hour fast.
So you started today already?
Jerome,
I started last night.
You got an invite to a stream, Jerome. There you go.
Huh? What? Not sure I may stream and invite Jerome since he wanted. Leo, you can come. You tell me when you want to come on stream. You can come on anytime, man.
God.
No, Leo told me earlier he wanted to be on stream. Come on anytime. Let me know. You know what time I stream? 12 p.m. Central or 1 p.m. Eastern?
No. Come on, Jerome.
Okay, sure.
We know what time you're
later. It's been later and later.
Sometimes it's 12.
Leo, around 1:30 p.m. your time.
We're gonna back you into that corner at least.
Yeah. Jerome,
anytime, Leo, you're welcome anytime, man.
Jerome, how many cases, how many cans of cashews, or was it
yesterday? Yes. Yeah. Well, yesterday. No, I only one, but I did.
Oh, I know you love those. Love those.
What else did you go through? Because I didn't get to see it.
I didn't make a new. That's for my new episode.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah.
I had almost. I think I had almost 7,000 calories.
Well, Jerome, the way everything goes on, so put a leak out there. You know. leak some of your video out. So,
all right. Next week we're on back on Mobile Gizzard. So.
Yeah, I was going to say, anything big going on, George, for you?
I've got a couple of case videos from UAG for the Moto G stylus coming out tomorrow morning.
Mm-hmm.
I've got some new buds that I'll be probably showing off by Sunday. So.
Buds like Budweiser's or
no. No, true wireless earbuds.
Okay. And Will, what's going on? Anything good going on?
Nothing at all. Nah. At all.
Yeah, at least you can make us another drone video. At least you're good at that.
He is calling you out, ain't he, Jerome?
I'm telling you, if this goes down, I'm sorry. I'm gonna just take a half a day. I'm gonna take a half a day from work to see this go on.
George, you're gonna clean fish.
What?
George just
clean fish.
Clean fish on the live stream.
Oh man,
this whole conversation's become fishy to me. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh God.
And one thing I'll give you, Will, every time you make a drone video, your music keeps getting prettier and prettier. I
just find whatever's on YouTube, man.
Where is free? What is it? Free, right?
Oh yeah, well, that's all I use too. That's what most people use.
Android stuff. That man said Budweiser. That's right.
And we all know when you said Budweiser, you said it all.
Wait, is that an actual?
That's from a commercial.
That's from a commercial that was around for about 30 straight years, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
From like the 60s to the 80s.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I don't know that one.
That's way back. That used to be the song for many, many years for Budweiser.
Mm-hmm. I remember it too. Well, on that note, we're gonna just hop on out here. I'm Mike Dixon, sort of Simply Device, and there's Jerome, Will. Wait a minute, Will. There we go. Wait a minute, and George. Thank you for everybody. Have a good night. I'm gonna hit end broadcast in 3, 2.
Have a pleasant weekend, everyone.
I'm just gonna keep waving till.